Hey, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy, here to bring you another hard rant. This one pertaining to pretty much a game developer that used to be on Blizzard. Now he's doing his own thing. Indie developer, smart dude, Pirate Software. And he's talking about woke video games. And we're going to hear his thoughts on woke video games, the things that we have seen, the things that have changed over the years, you know, certain cultures. That's why it's a bit of a culture war. Unfortunately, this is what we have to deal with, but it is very important for us to have these conversations because obviously, you know, without conversation, without communication, we're not going to get anything done. So I want to hear more about what Thor has to say. And really big streamer, and you know, I'm a small streamer, but I got some stuff that I disagree with what he says. We're gonna do this hard rant, and then we got another one. Also, chat, just letting you know, don't attack anybody. We're just here to have conversation and debates. We're cool? Cool. All right, let's start from the beginning.
The ones that are mad are just saying that games are ruined because...
Also, this might be out of context with the full conversation of what he's saying, so I apologize. I'm just taking what I got from this video. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning.
The ones that are mad are just saying that games are ruined because woke shit in the game. Stop playing those games then. Yeah. Literally.
They have. Already happened. They don't really... They don't really need your confirmation. It's already happened. Also, people that play the game that they consider woke shit, they want to make sure and confirm or deny whether or not it's a bad game. So they play the game that they used to love, and they go from there. That's why I played Veilguard. I really like Dragon Age. I really love Dragon Age. I wanted to play the game to make sure the Dragon Age was either good or bad. So I played the game and I was like, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye to BioWare. And that's what people do. That's just how it is. People like to make sure. So you're kind of right and kind of wrong on two different, ideas of what you should do, is because one, you don't want to waste your time, and then two, you want to use that time and then figure out for yourself instead of finding out through somebody else on a YouTube channel or something like that. You play the game for yourself to figure out what the heck is going on. Anyway, let him continue.
Why are you playing games that you're mad at?
Basically, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes when you go into a game not knowing whether or not it's bad because of woke shit, sometimes you just don't know. And that's just how it is. Now people are starting to get into this spectrum where they start to play a trailer. If they do not agree with the game and it's not 100% or at least 90% what they want to play, then they will outright not even play it anymore. Because here's the thing. Games are $70 now. So now, and especially $90 because there's a 5-day early access sort of thing. So now gamers have to double up and ante up and be like, okay, let me decide through this trailer whether or not I play this game. And if the characters are not appealing or have the rule of cool, then we're not going to play the game. Some people will play the game to make sure if it is in fact bad. It happens. It's just how people and what he's saying, people are already doing it, and layoffs happen anyway. So I want him to know that, hey, man, just letting you know, this already happens anyway. Game studios fall, layoffs happen. People start to change whether or not what they like because they don't want to be around woke shitty games. They don't want to be pandered to. Thor, you don't want to be pandered to either unless you're into that shit. That's how people react now. And also, I want to clarify something from what he just said. We have to have these communications. If you don't like to hear people talk about these sort of things, then just block them. Then just push them to the side. It's a little bit disheartening that you don't want to hear how certain, customers or players or video gamers, it kind of is disheartening that a developer doesn't want to listen to the crowd. But I think what he's going for, because communication, this is how you build a community, is you when it comes to you being a developer, it's always good to have these sort of conversation and be an open book and be like, okay, this is good, this is bad. We'll try to figure out what we do for the next game. I'm sorry for the woke shit in the games, this sort of thing. That sort of, feeling. In order for this whole thing, I think what he's trying to say is don't waste your time, but I think you're wasting your time on just not playing the game, because I believe gaming industries, like companies, still don't understand that you just spent $400 million on Concord. You spent $400 million on Concord, and your game failed because of woke shit. You did not fail because of your boring game. You failed because of woke shit. Because Marvel Rivals, the game that has a sort of a their graphics are worse on Marvel Rivals, but the characters are more appealing, and they have the rule of cool, which are two really important things to video games. The rule of cool and appealing. Those are really important. They have 10 million plus players. Yeah, it's free, but those skins cost a lot. You can say whatever you want about microtransactions. We can have that conversation later. But people have already had these sort of conversations already. So, yeah, I think it's really important to have conversations.
Just go play other games. There's millions of games in the market. Steam is infinite games, dude.
Steam has infinite games. We have little time. I'm not going to have this conversation with you where you're like, well, we got all these millions of games. Great. Awesome. Listen, I got 24 hours in a day. I got kids to feed. Well, not me. I don't have any kids. I'm pretty much alone. It's just me and chat, But anyway, basically what I'm saying is we only have 24 hours in a day. We want to... Also, we have backlog. You're right, though. We do have backlog, and we have other games to play. But here's the thing, though. You're missing the most important fact, is that there's already games and IPs that we enjoy. We already enjoy them. We do. Gears of War. I want to play that because I loved Gears of War. Flopped. They wanted to add a girl boss, a character out of fucking nowhere. Flopped. Bethesda. I love Skyrim. Flop. Starfield. Boring, monotonous, fucking game. Buggy ass piece of shit. Woke ass fucking game with pronouns. Where's another one? Arcane Studios. Dishonored. Flop. Redfall. Boring ass fucking characters. Intergalactic. That's gonna be a fucking mess already. People like Uncharted. Some people like Last of Us Part 1. It's going to have another flop. Again. What other games what other IPs do you want me to bring out? What other IPs do you want me to bring out that has brought in woke shit from new developers that have seeped their way into AAA developing and thrown out the veterans that have made the game? How many Halo. That's a good example. Anybody watching the TV show? Fuck no. Anybody playing the game? Ain't nobody fucking playing the game. Old school Halo? Now that shit was the bomb, bro. Call of Duty? I think you can play as Mickey Minaj now. But I guess some people still like it. Call of Duty will Call of Duty. Blizzard. You used to work at Blizzard. Well, guess what? You either got fired or you wanted to leave. I don't know which one it is. You used to work at, just like Mark Kern, Grums, you both either left or got fired. And basically, what did Blizzard do to you? What did Blizzard say to you? They said to you, oh, well, things have changed now. This is how we're doing things now. That's just the same thing. The same thing. They threw you out. They said, hey, man, you're a good game developer, but, you know, we're changing shit. And you already know this because you've already been in the industry. You already know this. Anybody else got any more titles? And it was Saints Row. Somebody said Saints Row. Thank you very much. Used to be good. Now it's trash. Laid off people again. Anybody else? Dustborn. That's a brand new IP. That game that you were talking about, just, you know, hey, why don't you just make your own game sort of thing? Guess what? They made their own game. It's called Dustborn. How many people are playing it? Zilch. Zilch. Nada. We already had it.
Like, there's so many goddamn games to play. And I think that
so many games, so little time. Remember what I said. Use your time wisely.
That kind of a argument is deep nonsense.
Disagree, but let's continue.
The thing that's really funny is a lot of people don't remember the history of games.
We do. You forgot. We do. You forgot. Just like Blizzard forgot. You remember that? Just like Blizzard forgot. Now things have changed with Blizzard, especially with Diablo. Diablo has changed as well. Does Diablo have some player base? Yeah, but PoE 2 is doing a lot better because you want to know why? There's deep, intricate gameplay with it, and they don't treat the gamer like a fucking child, like Veilguard. They go deep in with adult themes and sort of shit. Diablo was like candy. I think Diablo 2 is where it stopped. Overwatch was like, you know what? I think we're gonna go away from the let's talk about certain characters and see which one is better depending on their culture and their skin color. Guess what? People fucking left Overwatch and went to Marvel Rivals. See, I keep on coming up with all this shit where it's just like, oh man, I remember playing this game back when I was 10 or 12 years old. Oh, guess what? It's 2024. They've changed the game. I'm mad. You need to understand people's point of view in order to understand this. You need to understand their point of view. They're obviously older gamers. It is obvious. It's right in front of you. And they have noticed a change from back in the day, like you just said, of titles that were badass. And now they are coming back in 2024 and they're just bland. Like, hey, I just made some chicken. Yeah, do you have any seasoning? Nah, bruh. I made that shit plain and gay. You see what I mean?
They don't understand that 10, 15 years ago, you had basically two body models. You had the beach babe body model, and you had the buff man body model.
Yeah. I don't know why you're bringing this up, but you want to know why? Because people find those types of characters appealing. But yeah, let's continue.
And that was it. And there were a bunch of people who were like, hey, this game doesn't showcase a character model that I can identify with in any way.
A bunch of people? Let me tell you something, Pirate Software. Those people that told you that they can't identify with that character, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not a bunch of people. You probably had talks with maybe 12 people, but they're not the majority. And you want to know what? Those people that you were just talking to are fucking liars. Because you want to know why? I've watched so many people play Dragon's Dogma 2. I've seen so many people play Final Fantasy 14. I've seen so many people play so many different games with character creation. And guess what? Each and every one of those people have made characters that were well endowed. Each and every one of them. They made them either hot, tomboy sexy, handsome sexy, whatever. They either made them cute. All of them have. There ain't nobody around here making fat, ugly characters unless they are either role playing or just making fun. You remember back in Saints Row Back in the day, you could make a fat black woman with completely naked with purple hair, and she was twerking with a fucking big ass dildo. Bro, we don't want that, but we thought it was funny. We thought it was fucking funny. Those were the days, man. Those people that you're talking about are fucking liars. They say one thing and then mean the other, or they say one thing and they don't even play the game. Where's the Concord numbers at? Where's the Concord numbers at? There's a lot of fat bitches out there. Where are they at? Where were they at? Marvel Rivals, though. Baldur's Gate 3, a lot of beautiful characters from both spectrums. You know, the two genders, male or female. A lot of beautiful characters. It mind boggles me that, and here's another thing is, why don't those people why didn't you go up to those people and tell them, hey, I want to make a character this way? Why didn't you tell those people, hey, why don't you make your own game and make characters like that? You know, like Dustborn with the 5-player count. You know, Dustborn with the 5-player count. How about Life is Strange? Life is Strange is back. There was a player base for that. And now people don't want to play that game because the new one is downright trash. It's just woke. It's even more woke than their previous games. The previous games were woke with Life is Strange, but they had some sense of realism to it. Now this new one, Life is Strange, well, guess what? What is it? I forgot the studio for Life is Strange. They're going through layoffs right now. So I'm not going to listen to your bullshit because I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all because I see these people, they say one thing and then they mean another. Everybody, before I end this video, and I just wanted to cut in, and I totally forgot to add something in this video. Pirate Software is friends with Iron Mouse. Do you know who Iron Mouse is? It's a very famous VTuber up on Twitch. They're friends. Iron Mouse is, of course, very funny, very cute. Her character is very cute, very, well endowed here and there. Cute, well endowed, all that sort of thing. But the real person underneath the VTuber account has her own problems. I'm just gonna say, let's just say she can't walk. There's a lot of stuff going on with her immune system and that sort of thing. Basically, is what I'm saying. Do we say to Iron Mouse, hey, I know that you can't walk, you can't do sort of these sort of things, so I'm going to find something that fits with your identity. You know how fucking rude that sounds? Iron Mouse, more than likely, and she already has, because I've seen her play a few games, she makes characters that are either well endowed, very pretty, or she's just joking around. I think she made an Ark combat, the Ark game with the dinosaurs. I think she made a goofy character because, Ark, it's just a funny game. She makes characters on her games who are well endowed and beautiful that don't match with the way she looks. Her identity or the way she wants to look in some sort of game is beautiful, cute, sexy, whatever, what have you. She's played each one of these games, multiple games. She plays a lot of games. So what you're saying is that your friend and all those other VTubers that are also well endowed, some play like funny VTubers, but most of the VTubers are well endowed. So you're pretty much just fucking lying. Because all these VTubers, they're just beautiful, cute little girls. Not little, I hope, jeez. But they're all beautiful women. Beautiful anime women. So I don't fucking believe you. They got their own problems. Maybe they most likely look different from their avatar. So obviously they're going to make a beautiful avatar or do a commission, and then they're going to look like big tittied, big, bootied, like anime chick. Why? Why do you think that is, Pirate Software? Oh, that's right. Because they want to fit with something that they're attracted with. They want to fit with something that's cute. They want to fit with something that matches their sort of personality. And Iron Mouse's personality is cute, short, pink, haired, purple, demon lady, succubus lady. That's her. You want to run by that with me again about what you were saying about what people wanted back then? No, get the fuck out of here with that. I've seen men and women make beautiful characters every single time because that's what they see. This is why people talk about third person every single time. Every single time. Monster Hunter, everybody's making an awesome character. Everybody's trying to, doll themselves up in certain ways. There's only two things that people care about: the rule of cool and appealing. The rule of cool and appealing. Why don't you tell those people to make their own game and see how it is? Because you're coming up to us telling us to go make games. Why didn't you tell those people to go make games? Oh, that's right. They did. Except they either made an indie game or they infested the games that we got now because they got no skills. And now they are going through layoffs. That's basically what happened, right? With Halo, with all those other companies, Call of Duty, with all those different like little IPs that we've known and loved. And now they're trying to put their own sort of ideology in our favorite games. And now layoffs are happening. I wonder why. I wonder why. And the other thing where you were just like, why don't you just go make games? It's almost an undertone for you to say, stop talking. And I don't like that. Conversations are very, very important. Communication is very, very important. You have to voice your opinion. You have to. Because I'm going to let you all know right now, people like this right here, they just want you to shut up because they find you annoying. They find what you say is stupid and annoying. Is this man intelligent? Sure, but he's not wise. Just because somebody has stopped making or stopped, perfect example, Concord didn't happen because nobody played it. Guess it died. Guess what Sony has next? They didn't learn a goddamn thing from what we've literally said with Concord, where how we did not give them our wallet, and they didn't listen to our voices. But you know what? We're going to keep on doing that because now they got Intergalactic and now they got another hero shooter coming out that's literally the same thing. So they have not learned anything. So this whole thing where it's just like, just go out there and make games, they're already doing that. Former developers from BioWare or KOTOR. We got Exodus coming out, Dawnbreaker. We're going to look at that in a minute. They're already doing that. But we're going to do at the same time, we're not only just going to go out and make games and not buy the games that we hate, we're also going to voice our opinion because we're people too. Stop being in your little bubble where you're just focused on the developers. And why don't you also focus on the gamers as well, Pirate Software? Why don't you focus on the players as well? I thought you cared, right? I thought you cared about the players. Because their opinion matters just as much, the ones that are anti-woke. Their opinion matters just as much as the people that want to see different body types. Intelligent man, but not very wise. Let's go to the next video.